Nicholas.
Hello.
How are you enjoying your time back in the UK?
Oh, it's great, thank you. Really
Good.
nice to see family and friends again. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
And Jossie and Isabel enjoying it too?
Oh, certainly.
Good.
Yes, yeah. It's great. Yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah. Tell me about what's been going on in Thailand.
I've been in Thailand for 12 years altogether.
Yes.
My family, because I actually got married there in 2001.
Yes.
Before we were married, I learnt the language and the culture. During the first 3 years I was in Thailand, we trained many young people, and these were Karen
Yes.
villagers, and pretty uneducated, really young people, 17. Some of them couldn't read and didn't know when they were born and things like that. But when we came back 16 or so, 17 years later, we found that they were had churches of 150 and 600. You know, some of them were leaders in those churches, not necessarily the leader, but leaders. And so that was great to see that working together with other people in this Bible school, the fruit of what we'd done in those first 3 years. You know, so that's the first 3 years of ministry, 1999 to 2002 in Thailand. And so that's just a little introduction of how I arrived in Thailand. I went to a Nigerian church, which you visited just on Sunday, and you can see what a great congregation they are. And we invited the pastor for a meal, and he saw that we didn't have children. He asked, he and his wife could pray for us. So they laid hands on Josie, and within 3 days she conceived.
Yes.
And when she was born on the same day as the pastor. So
Wow.
it was really a miracle baby.
Yes.
And now she's 13, and we actually haven't seen them for 10 years. So yeah, it's really great to be back here and to see family and friends again. So I brought my wife back home to England. And actually we weren't intending to stay a long time, but we did actually end up staying in England for another that was for 14 years before we returned to, and that's when we met you.
Yes.
During that time between 2002 and 2016. Yeah.
And the work, tell me about your mission work, what you've achieved.
I think thankfully the second time around we had, you know, the Karen churches have developed a lot, and so even though there's still a lot of suffering in Myanmar, which we used to help a lot along the border there, we felt it was time for us to move on a little from the Karen specifically. And so we worked with the Lahu, we worked with Thai, and after a year and a half we had a church of about 50, which you've seen, you visited there. And now that church has actually got its own building.
Good.
And we have another missionary colleague from Singapore who works with us. He's actually working with the children now. So
Lovely.
that's carrying on nicely. And that was between 2016 and 2017. So that was the first stage of our work. But I realised, well, as an independent missionary, I needed to work more together with other missionaries. So we decided together with 5 other people in the first meeting that we would form a missions network. And really that's been the sort of the key development for my ministry, the next stage, as well as the church part, but that was done independently really. So I think this network is a kind of a stronger force, if you like, going forward.
And of course your international prayer WhatsApp group came out of that.
Yes, and that was very much thanks to your visit. You came twice to Thailand, and it was great to, I wrote down, because it was some years ago now, I wrote down all the things that you encouraged us with when you came. You probably forgotten. I think you remembered the conference, but there were many other things. And for example, healings. There was one person in particular I remember testified to a healing. They had quite a bad stomach condition, when they were healed, you prayed for many people to be healed. I'm sure others were as well. And there were salvations when we went to the village. We went to a Karen village, and we travelled through the stream and the
Yes,
big
I love
truck.
that.
And
That was the
awesome.
highlight of the trip.
Great, okay.
I love
Yeah.
the remote villages.
Yes, they were fun and interesting, and it was good ministry there. And yeah, it's very basic in some of those Karen villages, but basic conditions. But it's good to be there and to reach out there. And you did a conference in the city of Chiang Mai where
Yes.
we live, and that was a great conference about really village evangelism, and which was on YouTube recently. And yeah, over the years we've been greatly encouraged by your emphasis on evangelism and prayer. And like you said, when we started the prayer, which it was hard to get prayer going, you know, to be honest, it hasn't been a major emphasis in Thailand these last 10 years, but and so we had to start slowly really, but with that. But once we began a prayer meeting, an online international prayer meeting, 1 hour per week, that I think we started that must have been about 5-6 years ago, something like that. And it really grew, and our ministry, and I'll explain really what came out of that, really took a major step forward after that, especially evangelism and discipleship. So
Yeah, so I've really enjoyed being part of the international prayer meetings because
yes,
I'm able to keep up with all the work you're doing, and
Right,
the
yeah.
schools.
yes,
I mean, you were reaching out to the schools, and
Yes.
so many came to Christ. And
Yes,
that
yeah.
is where our work in South Africa to the
Right.
schools there came
Right.
from.
Oh, great.
From that
Great.
WhatsApp.
Well, that's so
Because I saw the fruit of
encouraging.
it
Yes.
in your work.
Thank you. Yeah. We were encouraged really by Christ for All Nations actually originally with the evangelism there. So actually young people coming out of Christ for All Nations, they kind of were doing a lot of evangelism in these schools. And then we saw, well, we as missionaries, you know, we should be doing that really, and how open the schools actually are. You know, sometimes when you have someone come from outside, then they actually don't necessarily, they're not necessarily stuck, if you like, by the local culture. I mean, missionaries have to learn the language and the culture and things like that, but they're not supposed to be stuck in that. And you know, you need to get the flow, the rivers of living water flowing through and reaching out to these schools. And yeah, thousands and thousands of kids, you know, literally tens of thousands of kids. We've, you know, 50,000 in 2024, 25, and then 2022 to 2023 it was 10,000.
Yes.
And so we form teams, and we do 1 hour assemblies in these schools, and yeah, we've reached out to thousands of kids, and that was amazing the way that God opened the door for that. Yeah.
So did
yeah.
Christ for All Nations start the work in Thailand with the schools?
Not really, no. We just observed them really, and I found out they were there, and somebody said, you know, on network, oh, these group is going into the schools. Why don't you see what they're doing?
But with
Yeah.
us it was the other way around. The Lord told me to do the tracts. 70,000 tracts.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
for?
Right.
And then the Logos ship came,
Right. Yeah.
and I went down to the boat, collected the team, and
Yeah.
we went to the schools. And the response was about 80% response to Jesus.
Praise God.
And then suddenly
Yeah.
we had to come back to the UK, and I thought,
Yeah.
oh no, Lord, there are schools.
Yes.
And
yeah.
then the Lord sent Christ for All Nations, and
Right.
they completed the job, and they did a fantastic job.
Oh, Christ for All Nations came there, did
Yes,
they? Okay,
same
right.
people.
Right,
So
right.
now
Yeah,
we're doing follow-up now
good.
through their teams going into the different schools with weekly discipleship courses.
Oh, great. Okay. That's
And do you
awesome.
still provide this gentleman, what's his name, with the book?
Tim Bunn, yeah.
Yes, Tim
yeah.
Bunn. I sent his book over.
Yes.
And they're
yeah.
using that. So they're using different ones because they are finished on one and then they go on to another course.
That's great.
So the children are always learning about Christ, and they don't get repeats of the same material.
Right. That's great. Oh, good. Yeah. What our ministry, the way it works really is informally through networking. So we have a mission statement, which is cross-denominational, cross-organisational. So my weakness was I came out as an independent missionary, so I was not with any particular organisation. But actually it served to bring many organisations and denominations together with a focus on prayer. We have four things we focus on. And sometimes the challenge with missionaries is what is the missionary task? You know, so for example, you can do many things as a missionary, and the government are very happy for you to volunteer, say teaching English or doing sport, or many different things. And those things are good Christian things to do, but they're not necessarily mission. So, and you could actually do them if you weren't a Christian. That's also another thing. So what we try and focus on is the specific Christian mission, the four things: prayer, evangelism, discipleship, church planting and renewal. So if it's not to do with those things, then we don't do that.
Yeah, that's so similar to what we are doing.
Yes, yeah. And I think it's great because then you get to encounter the gospel, really, isn't it?
Yes.
Which is the good news for people, even though you go through trials and tribulations. We've been through difficult times in Thailand and in Laos and Myanmar. We work with persecuted believers in those places, and Thailand is free. It has freedom of religion, but the challenge with Thailand is that, of course, if you have freedom, you're perfectly free to reject Christ. And although many more people are becoming Christians in Thailand now, it's been very slow to grow. And there is this sense that Thai people, they will accept anything really, and so they will receive you, but they won't necessarily follow the Christianity, though they will very kindly welcome you and very hospitable. So there's this kind of grey area there where what is the true commitment of the gospel for the Thai people? Sometimes they are persecuted in their families, and so there's a commitment, because it's a very strongly Buddhist country. So Thailand for you, a little bit background on Thailand.
Very beautiful land.
Oh, it's a lovely place to visit for sure. Yeah, very nice.
Well, share with the onlookers how they can contact you should they want to contact you.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, you can contact me through WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger. In our ministry, we're doing a lot. We're reaching out to many nations, more nations than before even, Thai, Lahu and tribal people. We are able to receive people to come and short-term teams.
Yes.
Or we have people for like 1 year or something. They want to work there for 1 year, or indeed longer. We receive other missionaries to work there too. And so, if anybody is wanting to come out to Chiang Mai, you'll find there are many mission opportunities there.
Yes,
and, you're
very
welcome.
Is. And I love coming to Chiang Mai.
Always welcome. Always welcome.
Well, God bless you, and
thank you.
enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Thanks so much. Thank you.